It is schedule release day, and I want to find out how many wins we are going to have this season. And why on earth do they keep talking about the Eagles adding more defensive backs? Yo, by the way, Dingbat here. It is schedule release day, and I'm ready to go. I want to find out how many wins the Eagles are going to have. I know 2 automatic ones, and that's going to be when the Eagles sweep the Dallas Cowboys. It's going to be great. And speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, oh, poor Mark Holmes, poor Dak Prescott. Well, actually, not poor Dak Prescott, poor Jerry Jones. He's going to pay his quarterback a lot of money, and I love it. Now, before we get into all of that, I want to say that, yes, it is schedule release day. We will be streaming live tonight. Come hang out with me. Should be a lot of fun. We'll go over the schedule. We'll talk about where we think the Eagles could get to. Right now, I feel like the Eagles are a between 12 and 14 win team. That's where I see them. I think they're the best team in the division. And, you know, we're going to find out. There has been a few leaks already. Nothing major. Now, as the time I'm filming this video, and it's very late, early, whichever coast you're on, it depends. But as of right now, the Eagles are not playing on Christmas Day. They're not playing on Christmas Day. There were a lot of rumors saying that the Eagles were going to play the Ravens on Christmas. Now we're hearing that the Ravens and the Eagles are going to be playing week 5. So I'm not sure which one is right, which one is wrong. But I sure hope the Eagles and the Ravens play week 5 and not on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. I don't want to see that at all. Okay? And then we're hearing that the Eagles are going to play, I guess, probably a primetime game week 2. Now, there are some reports that they're going to play in Philly week 2, which to me means the Eagles would start the season with 2 home games. You start in Brazil, they count that as a home game. You play week 2, let's say you play Monday night against Minnesota, because they always play Minnesota teams week 2. That's 2 home games already, but you've only actually played 1. I don't know if I like it. I'd rather start in Brazil, that we have to do, and then on the road, and then come back home. I don't know. We're going to see. Now, some interesting things with the schedule, right? Here, they're listing the strength of schedule with opponents' win percentage. And we know who the Eagles are going to play. We just don't know when they're going to play these teams. And that's what we're going to find out tonight. No doubt about it. We know that the Eagles, they play, obviously, their whole division team. They're playing at home versus Cleveland. They're playing Atlanta at home. They're playing the Jags at home. They're playing the Panthers at home. They're playing Green Bay and Pittsburgh at home. Then they've got their division opponents on the road. Then they got, the Buccaneers, the Rams, the Ravens, Bengals, and the Saints all on the road. So it's just a matter of when you're going to play these teams. It'll be interesting. But right now, when you look at the 2024 strength of schedule, this is what you've got. You've got the Eagles, really, I mean, they're what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 divided by 1 times the gravitational force of the Earth equals the 7. Okay, so when you look at the 2024 strength of schedule, and yes, I just had to pause it to go count and see exactly where we were. But when you look at the strength of schedule, the Eagles got the 22nd strength of schedule. What do we got? War going on over here? You hear these jets in the air? The Eagles have the 22nd ranked strength of schedule. You got the Giants, who have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got the 6th worst strength of schedule, or 6th hardest strength of schedule according to win percentage. Well, that's because they got the Eagles in division twice, so they got to play them. But they got a tougher schedule right now than the Eagles. Washington does, and Dallas. So the Eagles, out of all those teams, they have the actual weakest strength of schedule. What does that actually mean when we get into the season? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. The games that you think are going to be hard are oftentimes never the hard games. The games that you think are going to be easy, turn out being the hardest games. So you just don't know. We're going to see. Also, we got to congratulate Jason KELCE on joining ESPN. He signed officially. Word of the Birds wrote this. ESPN has officially signed Jason KELCE to a multi-year deal. He'll join Monday Night Countdown leading into Monday Night Football, then appear again at halftime per Adam Schefter. Congratulations to KELCE. I think that's pretty much a wrap on whether he's coming back or not. I don't know that he'll come back. I don't know if it's written into his contract or anything like that. But they did show him walking in on the commissioner. They were going over something. Maybe they were doing the schedules, and he sounded like a guy that kind of wanted to come back and kind of wanted to play, didn't he? I don't know if you guys saw that clip, but man, it had me thinking, man, this guy doesn't want to retire. What's he retiring for? Oh yeah, he's married. The balls told him, you retire, no more making babies. And that's it. You retire right away. Right away. I think that's what happened. But in all seriousness, congratulations to Jason KELCE on getting the ESPN job. It'll be cool seeing him. I wish he was going to come back, or there was at least a chance, but I guess not. It is what it is. And speaking of what it is, I got to say this. This guy, Mark Holmes, he comes out with a diss track against me, right? And by the way, I'm getting all sorts of I got a bunch of diss tracks sent to me now. People are sending me them. I'm not asking anybody to do any, but everybody wants to get in a line to diss Mark Holmes. So we're going to have to play some of these at the live stream tonight, which I will be streaming tonight during the schedule release. So look for that. But man, I just found out that he was scared to go back on Sill's show with me. He don't want any part of it because I have double moonwalked his ass the last 2 weeks. And apparently he's running scared. He told Sills, no mas, no mas. And that's what they're going to be saying about his Cowboys too. Because Jerry Jones has done it again. He has done it again. He has completely and utterly, stupidly not done anything with his quarterback's contract, and it just got more expensive for Dak Prescott. Adam Schefter wrote this yesterday, I believe it was. Another done deal in Detroit. Lions are signing quarterback Jared Goff for a 4-year, $212 million contract extension. That includes $170 million guaranteed, sources tell ESPN. Goff goes from the number 1 overall pick to highest paid Lion in franchise history. Now, here's what I'm going to say. Dak will probably get more than him, but he shouldn't. Jared Goff is a better quarterback under pressure than Dak Prescott. If you said to me, all right, you've got to win one playoff game, you could choose Dak Prescott or Jared Goff. I'm taking Jared Goff any day of the week over Dak Prescott. Any day of the week over Dak Prescott, because he's shown that he could get to a Super Bowl. He could get to an NFC Championship game. He's gotten to a few. Dak Prescott can't. So maybe actually Dak Prescott isn't going to get more money for this, because I don't know that he's done more than Jared Goff. That's just the honest truth. It is what it is. And the last thing I want to talk about real quick is, and I'm going to make this quick because I don't get it, right? I don't understand why we're still connected to all these defensive backs. Like, well, what's going on here? We're still connected to all these defensive backs. Word of the Bird wrote this. Bleacher Report suggests the Pound Eagles should sign Jamal Adams. Signing a hybrid safety linebacker, Jamal Adams, could give the Eagles even more depth in the back seven while providing coordinator Vic Fangio with a versatile chess piece. Jamal Adams in 2023 played 9 games, and they go over their stats. Now, here's my thing. If you're going to use him at certain times as a linebacker, fine. All right, go ahead, do it. You want to bring him in like a hybrid linebacker safety type thing? Fine. But if you want to bring him in as a safety, all right, forget it. He stinks in pass coverage. And I'm not going to get crushed with him. I think we've got enough defensive backs, enough young guys, that we just need to let the young guys play and learn. Because, yeah, they may make mistakes as a rookie. They may get beat week 2, have a horrible game week 3, not show up week 5, look tired week 6. But man, by week 12, 13, getting into the playoffs, all of a sudden, these guys are going to start playing. They're going to start having confidence. And then bing, bang, bang, boom. These young guys are going to be real competitors in the playoffs. But when you go into year 2, all of a sudden, these guys have been through it. So I don't want to sign a Jamal Adams guy. Now, if you want to use him a little bit at linebacker in certain situations, fine. But this is something that I'm very, very much against. With that said, remember, we will be streaming live tonight. Don't forget, live tonight for the draft will be, the schedule. The schedule release will be starting a little bit before the schedule release comes out, and then we'll go over it. And yeah, with that said, you guys have a great day. I hope to see you later. Take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. It's how we vision. We're all just living in it. Dallas still stinks. Speaking so much about Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, they are only here for one reason. Big Pimpin' Howie Roseman. That's right, Big Pimpin' Howie Roseman. And you can get your Big Pimpin' Howie Roseman shirt right now. Link is in the description. Check it out. Make sure you get yours. These things have been selling like crazy. Also, we have the Cooper DeJean Flying Frenchman shirts. Those pre-orders are going to start going out next week. And yeah, those have been off the hook in terms of sales and pre-orders. But the Big Pimpin' shirts are out now. Get them. Link is in the description. And the Q, I know everybody's asking about the Mitchell stuff. The Q stuff is on its way. We got 2 shirts getting ready to drop as well, so look for those. Link is in the description. With that said, Denzel Washington out.